What's up, folks? It's your buddy Fatalroadie. Tonight we're going to be doing a Smackdown review. We started off with the New Day coming out. They start talking about their title win last week, and then they're interrupted by Booker T. He gets in the ring and welcomes the New Day to the 5-time championship club, and then Booker T and the New Day celebrate and dance in the ring. Which brings us into our first match, one of 2 triple threat matches to determine the number 1 contender for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. This week we have the Bar versus the Club versus the Colognes.
Ooh.
This was a pretty good match. It was surprising to see the Colognes again, and after a flurry of chaos, Cesaro got the pin on Gallows, which is kind of surprising because I thought the Colognes would have been there just to eat the pin. Then we have Jeff Hardy coming out. He talks about Randy Orton and everything that happened last week. He says he felt reborn and alive putting Orton through the table, and then he calls out Randy Orton. Randy comes out, he starts to talk up Jeff Hardy, and then says he will end Jeff Hardy's career. Hardy says that Randy Orton will be going to hell, and he'll be going with him at Hell in a Cell. We later find out that match was approved, so that'll be on the pay-per-view. We then have Naomi versus Billie Kay, because why not? Naomi faced Peyton Royce last week. Naomi's fallen into the Ember Moon slot from Raw when she faced the Riot Squad. The Iconics came out with microphones, so as always, we hit the mute button. This is a meh match. It really wasn't much to it. I wasn't crazy about it. Peyton Royce kicked Naomi behind the ref's back. Billie Kay got the pin. That's it. Next. Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella come out. Bryan starts talking about The Miz and his actions from last week. Then Brie starts running down The Miz and Maurice. They're interrupted by Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega. Vega talks up Almas and then challenges Daniel Bryan to a match. Daniel Bryan looks to the back for Paige to come out to make the match. Finally, Paige does come out and sets the match up. This was actually a really good match. Almas and Bryan had a lot of good spots. Unfortunately, Miz and Maurice came out. Daniel Bryan attacks The Miz. Almas capitalizes, tries to go for a moonsault, but Daniel Bryan gets his feet up, puts Almas into the yes lock, and The Miz jumps in and attacks Bryan. The Miz puts Daniel Bryan into the yes lock, and Maurice and Zelina Vega attack Brie Bella. After all of that, The Miz puts Daniel Bryan into the skull-crushing finale, and they walk off. This is a fucked up ending to a really good match, but what do you expect when The Miz is involved? AJ Styles comes out to address Samoa Joe. He says he will face him at Hell in a Cell for the title. He then calls Samoa Joe out. He doesn't come out, but he pops up on the Titantron, and supposedly he's talking to AJ's wife, saying to her he will stop by next Tuesday. Hearing this, AJ Styles bolts to the back. We cut to a commercial. When we come back, AJ's backstage looking for Samoa Joe. We then come to our main event, Carmella versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's title. Almost immediately, the crowd starts up with the "We Want Becky" chants. This was really a good match, though. They let it run for a long time. Charlotte Flair got the natural selection and put Carmella into the figure 8 for the win. After the match, as Carmella is celebrating in the ring, Becky Lynch comes and attacks her from behind. She says she's taking her title back at Hell in a Cell, calls her a bitch, then walks off. And we close with a close-up of Charlotte Flair and her title to end tonight's SmackDown. This was an okay SmackDown. It was almost following into the footsteps of Raw. There weren't so many promos like Raw had, but it was a lot better. If I were to pick a low point tonight, it would definitely be the Naomi match, because it just seems like, okay, we faced one person from the tag team, now we have to face the next one. I was honestly thinking we were going to end up tonight having AJ Styles and Samoa Joe meet up in the back, but I guess that wasn't in the cards. But anyway, that'll do it for the SmackDown review. Leave a comment down below what you thought of tonight's SmackDown or what you thought of this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share and subscribe. I've been Fatalroadie. You've been awesome. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, if it's too loud, you're too old. See ya.